Man City versus Newcastle. A little top four clash there.
Yeah, I think this will be a tough game for Manchester City. Hopefully Newcastle, their fans will hope that the Carabao Cup loss isn't affected in this game. But I think a tough game, but I think Manchester City will have too much for Newcastle. You know, they know they need to win every game at the moment. I'm going to go 2-0 to Manchester City.
2-0. Arsenal now with a nice little home game against Bournemouth.
Arsenal at home to Bournemouth. I feel like Bournemouth, these aren't the games that they need to win to stay up. It's going to be a tough game. I think Arsenal are going to be throwing the kitchen sink at every team they play now. So I'm going to go with a 3-0 win for Arsenal.
Now, your beloved Aston Villa welcome Crystal Palace.
That'll be a win.
Yeah.
It's got to be a win, of course.
Mid-table clash.
You know, we beat anyone when we want to. We turn up. But Wilfried Zaha might be back for this game, so that's a blow because he's such a top player. And always make it difficult for your Crystal Palace when you play against them. So I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw.
Right, now we have Brighton who welcome West Ham United.
Brighton win. West Ham for me, still not convinced by them. They beat a poor Nottingham Forest. I don't take anything from that game. This is a game where Brighton are going to be looking at, we can really get a European place. You know, we have to be winning these games. I'm going to go 2-0 to Brighton.
Now, an old-fashioned rivalry here. We were speaking about rivalries earlier. You could say this is a 6-point as well. Chelsea-Leeds.
Oh, wow. Chelsea-Leeds. The way Chelsea are playing, like, it wouldn't surprise you if Leeds go and beat them. It really doesn't. This is the sort of game that I do feel could be the end for Potter. I've got to go Leeds win. I just do. I just feel like Leeds play with energy. You saw Southampton go to Stamford Bridge and win. So there's no reason why Leeds can't go there and put in a performance against some Chelsea players that, you know, are diamond in tools for me when I watch them. I'm going to go 2-1 to Leeds.
2-1. Now we have Wolves versus Tottenham.
Tough game for Spurs, away to Wolves. Wolves played against Fulham recently and looked very well for 50 minutes. Wolves know they're in a relegation battle as well. They need results. Home form is key. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. I feel that Spurs do what Spurs do best and drop points.
Lovely. And the late kick-off on Saturday is Southampton versus Leicester.
Southampton versus Leicester. Leicester, no Maddison. If there's no Maddison, Southampton win. I feel like it's that big of a difference at the moment with Leicester. They can't get performances together without their main man. So if he plays, I think Leicester win the game 2-0. If Maddison doesn't play, I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Southampton.
Little options there. Now, moving on to Sunday, we have Nottingham Forest versus toothless Everton.
Oh wow, it should be an easy 2-0 win for Nottingham Forest against toothless United. I got a Forest are good at home. You know, that's where they get their points against a team that are very toothless in front of goal, who can't score goals. I have to go with a Nottingham Forest 1-0 win. A Morgan Gibbs White goal or Johnson, yeah.
And now the game of the weekend, massive rivalry, obviously, Liverpool versus Manchester United.
Manchester United win. Liverpool poor defensively. Manchester United on a high, looking to use that mentality that Ten Hag's got into the players. You know, Jurgen Klopp talked about mentality monsters, but he's lost that and he's given it to Ten Hag. You know, so I'm going to go Manchester United to win 2-0.
2-0. And finally, the Monday night football is a West London derby, actually. Brentford versus Fulham.
Ooh. Now, this is a hard one to call.
It's a draw written over.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a 1-1 draw. Fulham, I'm really impressed with recently. You know, I watched them against Wolves, poor for half a game, very good for half a game. So I think this is going to be a 1-1 draw. Both teams battling out